Hi, my name's Arlene Clear. I teach 8th grade ELA at Washington Middle School, and I'm really excited that we're back together again this year. The best way to contact me is through email, and my email is listed on the school website. But if you need to call and leave a message, I will get back to you that way. The WMS homepage also has access to Schoology, where you can find most of the information that you need for basic questions. And also on that homepage, you can find a digital copy of the textbook. Please contact me if you have any other questions that are not answerable through ordinary things like Schoology. I do keep track of student progress on Skyward rather than on Schoology because I give assignments that use quite a few different learning modalities, not just words on paper or digital paper. So Skyward is the best way to find out how they're doing. In the Olympia School District, we have a very good ELA curriculum called Springboard that follows all of the state and federal standards. Using this curriculum helps us to make sure that we're reaching all the students in as many different ways as they can learn. And it covers all of the essential learning standards in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Those 4 concepts, of course, are the cornerstone of ELA. Each student is getting a paper copy of the book to write in and use, but until they are assigned a locker later this week, they need to carry their textbook to and from school each day. It's not heavy. First unit, we'll learn about reading and writing through our study of the story structure known as the hero's journey. The hero's journey is a common narrative archetype or story template that involves a hero who goes on an adventure, learns a lesson, wins a victory with their newfound knowledge, and then returns home transformed. At the end of this first unit, they get to write their own original short story. Along the way, we'll read short stories, excerpts from novels, watch a film, read poetry, and of course learn how to write a story. Then we dive into reading groups for novels of a hero's journey science fiction novel through either The Giver or Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. We study how a story develops character and conflict in order to reveal a story, theme, or message. Students write a literary response to this novel, as well as engaging in many conversations and exploration with their classmates. Next, students will study how to make a difference in their own worlds by examining how literature shows people can find hope even in the most difficult of times. This unit brings students again to study in book groups. And finally, students will study how to write an effective argument or persuasive essay. This includes how to determine the parts of an effective argument, how to determine credible sources, and how to develop their argument. My goal is to give students as many opportunities to explore subjects in as many different ways of learning as possible. This is not a one-dimensional read and respond class. We discuss and interact a lot. Grading. A necessary part of giving you feedback. My grading is based on the following. 80% of their grade is through their final assessment that measures their growth on all of the essential standards that we studied. And 20% is for that daily work, and I call that daily engaged learning. If they do that engaged learning, it will help them do better on the final assessment. And independent grade level reading is counted as part of the 80% final grade portion. Independent reading is a required 8th grade standard. Students are expected to read for about 30 minutes a day, 3 to 5 or more times a week. If they're not reading that much, they're probably not reading enough. This is an opportunity for you to get involved. Students set their own independent reading goal at the beginning of each quarter. That's about every 9 weeks. And they need to keep track of their independent reading throughout the quarter. It's required that they get your signature to verify their independent reading. This gives you the opportunity to be involved with their reading. If I don't receive your verification of their reading, I don't give them credit for the assignment, so please remember to do this. You can either sign the paper copy of their quarterly book log or send me a quick note via email to verify your child's reading that quarter. Their first book log is due with their signature by November 15th. All the due dates for the year are listed on Schoology. If students get a final assessment rubric back and they feel they want to improve their score in a certain area, they can do that. They can look at the rubric, plan for how to increase their grade in particular skill areas, and revise parts of it. In order to rescore it, I ask that they include the original text and highlight the areas that they add or change in the revised version. Homework's typically just their independent reading 30 minutes a day, unless they're writing that final assessment at the end of each quarter, which is usually their story or final essay or project. Then they need to work on that project at home, and I assume that they spend a little less time reading and a little bit more time writing then. If your child's absent due to an excused absence, they have the number of days they were gone plus one extra to make up the work and still be on time. My hope is that this will help kids to stay on task and track. If they get too far behind, they can become overwhelmed and frustrated or confused. So if you're going to be on vacation or the like, I do expect that students do the work that they're missing while they're gone to alleviate some of the getting behind problems. If there are special circumstances, please contact me or have your child talk with me. I am totally here to support all of you and to help us have a great and successful year. Okay, see you soon. Bye.